We have a health tracker that's using AI to monitor patient welfare. We also have a smart road condition monitoring system, also using IoT sensors. And then, of course, we have things like portable bioscience for rapid water quality assessment. So, again, some of these things, what we're excited about is we also want this to tie into student projects, right? So, students can actually now start doing projects that are extremely important. As part of the group that we're working closely with, the Honorable Minister initiated a committee called the Research, Innovation and Commercialization Grant. We're also working with them to make sure that some of these submissions can become research that can be further enhanced into actual commercialization. Next slide, please. We also have, what are kind of interesting student assistance system, attendance system. So again, the students are thinking about their own challenges as well. Right, so it's very important that they're not just doing this because the grant is there. They're really thinking about how do we solve the challenges that we have today. Next slide, please. So from the strategic partner perspective, obviously there's an ecosystem play. The Federal Ministry of Education and TechFund, so a lot of this is made possible from the funding and governance perspective. The tertiary institutions, so partnerships with universities. You hear from some professors part of this team where they'll be able to support both on the entrepreneurship program. And this is important because we want the students to still know that they're primarily in school. So you're in school to get a degree to complete your education. But by partnering with the school provides the right framework and support to be able to ensure that they can do both together. And then of course, ecosystem support. We can't do this alone. The likes of Bank of Industry, AfriLabs, Afara, are providing the necessary monitoring to trigger those milestone payments for the students. And then of course, the most important part of this is the venture capitalists and the private equity. We want them to have visibility to this, we want them to take these opportunities. The ultimate goal is that in 2-3 years, we're sitting and people are telling you that I started from the student venture grant and now I've been selected at Y Combinator and now I have an investment of $1 million. Next slide, please. Okay. So with that, I will hand back to Program Handler. Thank you very much.
Thank you for a very good overview. Please, another round of applause for him. Now we know what the program and the initiative is all about. If you're pleased with this presentation and this initiative, please let's give to the Honorable Minister another round of applause. Thank you very much. We are going to the next item, which is a partner's address. And I have the pleasure to invite Professor Bart Nnaji for a just 2 minutes address. All the presentations partners are given 2 minutes, please. Round of applause for him. You know he's a scientist, so he's going to do just less than 2 minutes. Please celebrate him. He's my brother.
Thank you very much, Honorable Minister of Education, Minister of State for Education, Honorable Minister of State for Agriculture, Honorable members of National Assembly here present. I salute everybody, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. 2 minutes. Well, I want to start by applauding the Honorable Minister and his team for thinking this, because I look at this as the direct connection between what the students learn in the university and actually making use of what they learn. And that's what it's all about. In my previous life, when I was a professor of engineering at the University of Massachusetts in the US, we started a company with our students. And that company, Geometric Machines, some of you may have heard of a company called Geometric Power. It's actually an outgrowth from that period. Geometric Machines, because universities allow this in America, and we created a company based on the research that we were doing in the university. And that's actually how a lot of companies in America got built, a lot of them that are billions-dollar companies. I also served as the head of the U.S. National Science Foundation Center of Excellence in E-Design, doing research in artificial intelligence and robotics. And we were also building this kind of innovation. So I think that this is the first time we have seen the actual connection between what the students go out to learn, what they will take out of the university, how they can commercialize what they take out of the university. So I really applaud what you're doing. So the numerous companies that are formed in America, they came out of university labs. And that's why you see centers of excellence around, say, MIT, Stanford University, University of North Carolina, etc., etc. Very, very important. Now, I'm currently serving as chairman of the advisory board of Nigeria Prize for Science. Every year, we walk through the year to select an award winner. And we give the award winner $100,000. And this $100,000 is sponsored by Nigeria Liquefied Natural Gas and Nigeria LNG. And look at what's going on here as going to the roots of where students, where people should begin to plan to come to win this award. Because if the students and their lecturers work on innovation, this is how you can target coming out eventually to take this award. $100,000 is the award. What kind of innovations have we supported over the years? Energy storage. The idea is it has to be that innovation that is global but has direct application in our country. Energy storage. So you can imagine that if energy storage is improved, that solar energy can now become more useful in Nigeria. So we have given an award for that. The second one is a device that take care of neonatal children that have problem of breathing at birth. And this device was developed by some people at Imperial College, London. But actually, they're Nigerians, and they usually are worked on by the professors and their students. The key thing is, it's not just the professors and lecturers that do this. It's the students that work with them. And a lot of times, it is actually the students that take the product out of the lab to go to commercialize, to go to work on. They have the energy, they have the time. And so that particular product, imagine the one that's made by Oyibo people cost about 6 million naira at the time when we were looking at it. But this one cost 700,000 naira. The difference is much. And because it was developed here, it was developed in collaboration with people here, and it's been various hospitals in Nigeria have tested it. So I really like to applaud this. This year we're working on AI. Artificial intelligence is the theme. So I am so excited about what I am seeing about those who are applying this year for this program. Because with this, then maybe we will have winners now in artificial intelligence. So, Honorable Minister, I thank you very much for the opportunity.
Thank you very much, sir. Another round of applause for him, please. I have the pleasure to invite for the partner's address, Mrs. Ugochi Agoreyo. Please, a round of applause for her. She's from Google. After her, we will have Afara Initiative, please. Now you have 2 minutes.
Good morning, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. Permit me to say all protocols duly observed. I want to begin by offering my sincere thanks and congratulations to the Honorable Minister of Education, Dr. Tunji Alausa, and the entire ministry for this truly visionary initiative. The Minister's challenge to find the next Nigerian moonshot within our tertiary institutions is an inspiring call to action, and one that Google is committed to supporting. This SBCG scheme is more than just a grant. It is an equity-free pre-seed investment in Nigeria's future. It is about systemically cultivating a new generation of innovators who will leverage technology to solve real-world problems and redefine the nation's economic landscape. Google's support for this landmark program focuses on ensuring that every student innovator has access to the most advanced tools to compete on the global stage. We will support the ministry in the vision for intelligent application evaluation with Google Gemini AI. This will manage the volume of brilliant ideas and ensure a fair, transparent, and efficient selection process. Google is supporting the ministry to power custom evaluation agents within the SBCG application portal. These agents will be built on our Gemini AI and will intelligently analyze student submissions and crucially provide personalized feedback to applicants. We will also support by removing barriers and taking advantage of the student-free Google Gemini AI Pro plan. We believe that financial barriers should not hinder great ideas. So to this end, Google Students Gemini Pro free offer is available to all eligible student applicants throughout the registration period at no cost for 1 full year. This gives them direct, unhindered access to our most capable models, including our Gemini Pro and our Gemini Advanced, as well as other AI learning tools like Notebook LM, providing them with an AI sidekick for their creativity throughout the process. These tools help them research deeper, code faster, and solve complex problems in new and unconventional ways. Beyond the initial application phase, selected student startups will receive an exclusive invitation to an engagement hosted by the Google for Startups Accelerator Africa. This 3-day experience provides tailored workshops, one-on-one mentorship from seasoned industry leaders, and access to a powerful alumni network. This further solidifies the support that these emerging student entrepreneurs need to scale their ventures. Google is a proud partner with the Ministry of Education because we share the belief that AI has the potential to fundamentally transform Nigeria's economy, and it is the students of today who will lead that change. The 50 million equity-free grant from the federal government provides the essential capital, and Google is providing cutting-edge AI tools and mentorship to maximize the potential of every naira and every idea. We're excited to see what these young innovators will build for Nigeria and the world. Thank you.
Please join me to welcome from Afara Initiative, Lara Rabiu. A round of applause for her. And you have 2 minutes, please.
I'm going to try my best not to say what everybody else has said. My name is Lara Rabiu, and I represent the Afara Initiative, an organization that I founded about 10 years ago. What do? We bet on young people. And we bet on young people that have the intellectual capacity to actually transform the world. Today, we've penetrated 150 plus universities out of the 190 universities in Nigeria. And we do 2 things. We support them for leadership, to be the next leadership bench in Nigeria, and secondly, to make sure they have a career that is meaningful. So 1,
is a leadership accelerator, and 2 is a career accelerator. I'm super excited about what the minister is doing because we've been looking for a partnership like this for years, for a decade. And for me, this is just the start of it. I've been in rooms where they say, once your government is interested in supporting these young people, we're willing to put $100 million into the pot. So this is just the beginning. I'm super excited. For us, we're super excited because most of these young people have been living in Nigeria for a long time. Just this year, a few of our students went to the University of North Carolina. They were given $100,000 each to do research and to school in North Carolina for a year. We want them to stay here. We also have a student that is doing his PhD in the University of Cardiff in AI. Why did he go there? Because there's nothing available for him in Nigeria. We want them to stay here. The problems are here. The solutions are now here. Like this funding is one of those solutions. I'm personally not surprised about the interest of this program, right? Just this year alone, in our Bridge program, which is the Leadership Accelerator, we had 10,000 applications for 500 spots. So I would expect this application pool to actually go up closer to the end of the application deadline. That's how it happens. So these students they're smart, they're hungry, and they're just looking for opportunities. And there are people around the world that want to partner with us. I'm particularly passionate about young people, but also a private equity investor. And so my dream is to bridge the gap between talent and capital. And this is the seed for that to happen. How quickly can we get there? I believe in 12 months, in 18 months, we can have $100 million in this pot, if we get it right. And I'm super excited about that.
Thank you very much. Please, a round of applause for him. I am so happy that Renewed Hope Agenda is renewing the hope of young Nigerians. Please, let's celebrate the president and the Renewed Hope Agenda. When I see young people, I know that there is hope for this country and it will surely come to pass. Thank you very much. From the Bank of Industry is Dr. Obaru for your own address, sir. So what if young people 2 minutes? They will start by 2 minutes. So you're a young person, you're young people, so you have 2 minutes.
Thank you very much, ma'am. The Honorable Minister and the team, this is a testament to our partnership. We'll be working with the Ministry of Education, and this program is the second. We launched one some months back, CISSF, which basically speaks to welfare for students and lecturers in tertiary schools. So this one is 3 billion naira, that is the value of this fund, and then each person will be entitled to 50 billion naira as grants. Now, why are we doing this with the ministry? We value partnership, and it connects to our 6 thematic area. The 6 thematic area of the Bank of Industry currently, we are focused on MSMEs, we are focused on youth and skills because of the demography of Nigeria, we are focused on gender, again, connects to demography, technology, climate, and of course, digital economy. And so because of this focus area, we think we saw partnership in the Ministry of Education because what are we doing? Who are we funding? We are funding Nigerians. Sciences will resolve a whole lot of problems in Nigeria today. And so we are focused on sciences. And that is why we're excited, sir, with this partnership. And we're excited to partner with you to see what can be done to support our students. In addition to the grant, all the people who apply through this scheme represent a flow to the industry. Because beyond grants, there will be a debt option later. So we're ready to also take on the database and work with all participants to see how we can also fund them in their growth process so they can scale up. So beyond the 50 million naira we are going to get under this scheme as grants, we'll be get to provide grant alternative, to provide a debt alternative. We also have a UI impact fund, which also connects to opportunities for debt and also further equity. So I think with the journey we started with Ministry of Education, and we're going to do that to see what can be done to support the country at large. Thank you very much, sir.
No, you're 1.5 minutes. Please a round of applause for him. Thank you. Please let's welcome Professor Mayowa Owolabi. Round of applause for him. So you're only just 1 minute, please. You know you're a professor and you know how to keep time.
I'll make it 60 seconds or 60 seconds. Thank you very much. Honorable Minister, I'm really extremely excited. This is one of the greatest things that is happening to Nigeria. With innovation, Nigeria has become the investment hub of the world. By powering innovation, particularly through scholarship, through the students and through science, Nigeria is set to transform the world. And it's not just a dream, it is a vision that is already being realized. And this is going to set up a chain reaction. It's going to catalyze growth, economic growth, discovery. Solutions are not going to only be applied to Nigeria. They are solutions that are going to conquer the world, and it's going to happen right from here. I want to congratulate the Minister, the Honorable Minister, for starting this off. And there are a lot of challenges, but there are also a lot of opportunities for discovery, opportunities for innovation, and opportunities for one of them is in the biotechnology industry. From just one discovery, just one molecule, more than $600 billion have been realized, and that's from Novo Nordisk. The new oil is our genomic and multi-omics resources, which we can tap into by the quadruple helix approach, which is already happening here with private sector, partnering with policymakers, partnering with academia, so that knowledge actually transforms our economy, and indeed, working with the government, we can become a multi-trillion-dollar economy. Africa is the hope of the world. Our population is the next workforce. By transforming our human capital into brain capital, the sky is not even the limit. The sky is just the beginning. Congratulations on the minister. The average age of the Nigerian population is 18 years. So the world already recognizes that the future is there. Thank you.
Thank you very much. So he agrees that in the next 2 years we will surpass China. Yeah. Please join me to welcome from his own address of 2 minutes, Professor Sunday Adebisi of Entrepreneurship and Skills Development Center. A round of applause for him. Prof, you have 2 minutes.
No problem. Thank you very much, Honorable Minister. I'm so proud of you, and great appetite. That's why you see what is happening in this place. If I retire today, I will feel so fulfilled. I'll just tell this little story. I was a speaker in Silicon Valley in 2018. And I got in there to speak about Africa enterprise, and I saw that it was Professor Tuna that started Silicon Valley. By just speaking to Hewlett Packard, he said, look, if you stay within the university ecosystem, this innovation will not go far. Go down the road to the valley, I will get you $6,000. I'll raise it for you. And the Silicon Valley today, that the budget is bigger than the entirety of Africa, in 10 times, was started through an initiative like this. Thank you very much, Honorable Minister. So when I came back in 2018, I became, someone that the university did not understand. I started so many things that the university, I remember when I was negotiating with Dr. Obaro, the university
lawyer told me, students are only sent to school to read. You want to get them loan, for what reason? I committed the university to make sure that we got that loan, but Honorable Minister, you done something fantastic. I told them they should give me grants, they refused. And they said we're going to pay 5%, so students began to run away from that money, which was going to be 2 million per student. But you got 50 million. Students, can you put your hands together for minister? Now, you're going to get 50 million grants, you know, to pursue your dream. Thank you very much, sir, because this is fulfilling. Because we've been saying it, we've been trying to do it, but it looks as if it's not possible. Just last week, Honorable Minister, University of Lagos is deploying more revenue. We're doing that in December, but I know you're aware of that by the 19th. The payment system today driving more revenue was launched last week by a student from my hall, and that is our next unit. Look, I mean, they are here, they understand, I mean, they announce they are here, I've worked with them before. Why I'm so excited is that 5 years ago, Honorable Minister, there were many proposals I was sending to Minister of Education, talking about the fact that this is the way to go. Nobody, if I never some, you know, receive anything. Then you came. You are not the one, I mean, calling off, not even you know who sent the proposal to you. I'm not a politician, so I have to say this because this is evidential, and we have to follow this too. I know many rectors and vice chancellors are here today. We're very fortunate to have, I mean, this minister today, and I think we have to latch on to it. So, where do we come in? I've been experienced doing this in the university. I'm funding about 15 students now that follow them through. We have to manage the parents and manage the students. It's very important. When they get this, many of their parents are going to say, hey, I send you to school. There are ways to speak to the parent to support the student. It's very important. We give them spaces, and I want to even put on record that BOI gave us a very workable hub that has led us producing a lot of students. I have to, really attest to that because of Barrow has been working with me in the last 7 years on that. So, Honorable Minister, the job we're doing there has given to us another incubation hub donated by Sahara Energy to the tune of 5 billion. So I can incubate, by the time it's done in 14 months, I can incubate 1,000 students in that hub concurrently. Because what we're trying to do is to ensure that we create the Yaba Community University of Lagos. And Honorable Minister has been kind enough now to bring it to other universities. Let's embrace it. We'll support all of them. We will help to incubate them, we will help to lead them through, and because we understand it, we are already creating them in the university. My only appeal, Honorable Minister, is this. We discovered something recently which are again taken to the Masters and PhD. We discovered that most of the theses coming out of our Masters and PhD is because they are not this kind of opportunities, so they are so theoretical, and they become, things that they do that are not connected to the market. So we decided the University of Lagos to extend this to them, where now we say professors and master students and PhD students. Look at the problem you can solve, and we get you connected to the industry that can fund it. So, and I believe probably we'll scale this very faster if you can bring on board MSc and PhD, because this is the way to solve the problem. So thank you very much.
Thank you. That is the way it is when you speak with so much passion. Thank you. A round of applause for him. So I have the pleasure to invite Comrade Sunday Asofon. He's the Senior Special Assistant to the President of Students Engagement. Please, you have 2 minutes. But sir, out of these 2 minutes, because you want to do a double, duet address, so you have 1 minute, so that your other person will do 1 minute, and together you have 2 minutes. You agree with me, please?
Thank you so much, ma'am. And I'm sure that my second person is the president of NANS. Because what we are doing here is for the students. And if you have the number 1 student here, I was also saying a lot of things. Honorable Minister, sir. Honorable Minister of State for Agric. Honorable Minister of State Education, ES State Fund, Chairman House Committee on University Education, I stand on the existing protocol. May I passionately and appeal to the students in the hall to stand up. I want all the students to stand up. But I want you to stay after me. We have two people to appreciate. And why we are appreciating them today is, one, we have a president that listens, we have a president that cares, and we have a minister that knows what to do. And we have a minister that is repositioning the education sector. And we have students who are resilient, who have capacity. So we want to say after me, we want to say thank you, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Let us say thank you, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Let's also say thank you, Honorable Minister of Education.
Thank you, Honorable Minister of Education.
You can sit down. Honorable Minister, sir, I'm sorry, we are colleagues now. I was here when you when things like this were being launched for our teachers. And the students who came to represent the entire students there, they also requested. And you said, bigger things is on the way. Today I can say it unequivocally that indeed the hope of Nigerian students has been made. I'm saying this because to some of us who have been in the emancipation of Nigerian students, that we have been in the struggle, we know what we are saying. And what we are saying is, Ministry of Education only invites students when there is protest. But we have a minister that virtually every month invites the students on a round table to see how they can move the ministry and the education sectors of this country forward. Let me say this today, that let me collaborate to what Madam Lala said. We have a lot of Nigerian students who are leaving this country. We have a lot of best brain of this country leaving this country outside Nigeria to go and source for money that is only up to 50 million. And from there, they will become a tyrant. And before they will release them to Nigeria, they will have removed their subsidy, their petrol, their kerosene, and returning back to Nigeria, they are empty. But today, the minister have identified that we have Nigerian students, that for a very long time, Nigerian students do not have the opportunity to touch the government, to feel the government, despite the fact that the capacity they have, despite the fact the knowledge that we have. Today, they are giving us the opportunity to tap both in science, innovation, and mathematics. And I'm sure Honorable Minister, Nigerian students will not take this for granted. And I want to say that Nigerian students will keep supporting the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu administration. The Nigerian students will keep supporting the Federal Ministry of Education. Well, thank you so much, Honorable Minister. God bless you. Thank you so much. I think the President of NAS quickly come and do your home. Thank you so much.
Great Nigerian students! Greatest and the greatest and the greatest Nigerian students!
Thank you very much. And of the greatest Nigerian student, greatest Gosa, Supreme Waga, I want to say, I want to yarn, I want to greet. Let me not stand on the existing protocol. protocol due to my weight so that it will not collapse. The Honorable Minister, sir, of Education, Honorable Mahmoud Tunji Alausa, our own mother, Professor Sueba, also recognize my own father, Tefon years. Also here, in absentia, Dr. Olasuko. Let me go straight to my remark because of the time, sir. Every other protocol duly and perfectly observed. But before then, I will recognize the sixth coordinator of NASDA here from the sixth geopolitical zone, the SCG president of Abuja, University of Abuja, and the joint campus committee chairman of FCT. You are all recognized. Three American goals for our honorable minister. And 2 years to his enemy.
Thank you very much. Honorable Minister, sir, we are so proud to be among the students invited.
Yes, sir. As you know earlier on, NANS and Nigerian students are morally so good the way we are having it under President Bola Tinubu. Because this is the first time we have a president since the inception of democracy in this country since 1999 that decided to give Nigerian students loan to go to school, like the establishment of NEFOR. And this is the first time in the history of Nigeria since 1999 that 2 years on the directed academic sector in this country. There's no ASU strike. I think the only one strike that came with your support, we're able to resolve it within 1 week and call it off. It's just a matter of miscommunication. Like what I do tell Nigerian students, our administration here, many of you know NANS to be an antagonist of government for all the school management. But under our leadership, we find it that since President Bola Tinubu wants all students to graduate, if you are going for 4 years course in the next 4 years, you should go out of school. And if you are reading 5 years course in the next 5 years, you should know where you should be. What will now be the Nigerian student that will cause delay in our academic section. That's why we will decide to dialogue rather than to protest or antagonize the government. In NANS, we have 3C, which we use in tackling issue affecting our students or campuses. One is consultation, the second is consultation, and the last one is confrontation. We will always make sure we consult, we consolidate to provide solution. As a peace-loving Nigerian student president, I decided to add another C, just to while away time before getting to the last C. And then, that is communication. So now we have some 4C in tackling issue affecting Nigerian students. First, consultation, we consolidate, we communicate effectively before confrontation. And I can tell you, 99% of our education, when we get to communication, we're able to resolve it through our father, the Honorable Minister. We go around the country for campus tour, and anytime we give report, we're always proud he acts on it. And for many of you that know, anything for students without us is against us. That's the singular reason why the minister, whenever they want to take decision affecting students, we always invite students. But anything for us, without us, is against us. Thank you very much, my God bless you. Continue.
Thank you very much. If you are giving American Boza to the minister and it is Boza man, if you are giving to the Minister of State for Education, what will you say? No, the minister is man. The effect is what? Please know it so that next time after giving Boza man, you will give Boza. Thank you, President and NANS President. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we're just going to have a little adjustment on the program. Please join me to welcome the Honorable Minister of Education, Dr. Tunji Alausa, who drinks education, eats education, sleeps education, wakes up education. For time's sake, let me stop here. We'll celebrate you.
Thank you. Please be seated.
Please be seated. Let me begin by acknowledging our Honorable Minister for State for Education, Professor Satsue Brown. Thank you for all your service. Since you've been at the ministry, our education sector has never been the same in a positive way. Thank you for the energy, dedication, the cognition, and the passion you bring to serving this country and to meeting President Bola Ahmed Tinubu mandate that every single child in this country must have the highest quality of education. Thank you. And I also would like to acknowledge my dear brother, a private supporter of ours, the Honorable Minister of State for Agric, Dr. Aliyu Sabi Abubakar. Thank you for the service to our country. Thank you so much. And also, you've seen since this government started, there's been intense collaboration with the National Assembly.
And your work is reflecting in the way, in the tranquility and peace we have in our university today. Thank you. And to our student union leader, Oladoja, thank you. Olushola Oladoja, thank you. Thank you for your leadership. Thank you. And to all the zonal coordinators that are here today as well. And also we have the members of the Research, Innovation and Commercialization Council of TETFund here. We have the other students that are here, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. Today is another great day for the country. We have a president in the person of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu that believes so much in education, so much in our youth. As the president would always say, you youth, you're the heartbeat of this nation. And he will do everything to give you all the resources you need, not only to excel, but to change the world. And that's why we're here today again. We've had TVET today. I'm happy to announce to you the technical and vocational education and training that the president mandated us to deploy so quickly so that we can empower our youth. It's live and going very well. We have the first set of 250,000 students as part of the first cohort. As of today, we have over 100,000 students already enrolled, being trained all across the country in over 1,600 training centers across the country. Thank you, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. If we want to get the best out of our students, we also have to give the lecturers that teach them the best. We've launched our TIPS, Tertiary Institutional Staff Support Fund, where we've made opportunity for up to 10 million naira in interest-free loan to our academic and non-academic staffs. That's all going. Payments have been given to almost 4,000 people as I speak today, and we're issuing payments every day of the week. So if you've been approved and qualified, you will get your payment in the next few days. And now, today, we have the Student Venture Capital Grant. This is different. This is to put the highest level of opportunity in the hands of our youth. We believe so much in you. So, it's with immense pleasure and profound sense of responsibility that I stand before you today to formally launch another landmark initiative that speaks directly to the future of our nation and the central mission of this administration. This program aims to ignite innovation, institute research excellence, and kickstart a vibrant entrepreneurial culture across our tertiary institutions. Today, we unveil the Student Venture Capital Grant, acronym XVCG. A bold step in empowering Nigerian emerging generations of innovators. This program is far more than a grant scheme. It is a purposeful and strategic intervention designed to identify the next big ideas, the next moonshot from our campuses, while institutionalizing a culture of creativity, enterprise, and solution-driven thinking among our students. The future of Nigeria is not abstract. It is in the minds, conversations, curiosity, and the dreams of our young people. Our responsibility is to spark, nurture, and elevate those dreams. The Student Venture Capital Grant stands as a key pillar of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's GCFR Renewed Hope initiative, Renewed Hope agenda for education, which places our people, our greatest national asset, at the center of transforming education and building a competitive, innovation-led economy. This initiative is a joint undertaking of the Federal Ministry of Education and the TED Fund, implemented in partnership with our impact institutions, including the Bank of Industry, AFARA Initiative, Entrepreneurship,
to attract attention not only from Nigeria, venture capital, and private equity firms, but from global investors. The Student Venture Capital Grant is structured to identify exceptional talents, give them a fair and credible opportunity to succeed, and inspire thousands of others to believe in their capability and their capacity to innovate. You know that many successful founders did not try on their first attempt, but the journey began with a spark. This program exists to light that spark, build a new culture of confidence, and showcase the world the depth of Nigerian ingenuity. Beneficiaries of the Student Venture Capital Grant will receive a comprehensive support package tailored to increase their chances of building viable, scalable ventures. These include up to 50 million in equity-free seed investment, intensive incubation program, expert mentorship from seasoned entrepreneurs and industry leaders. The program is open to students of all federal, state, and private tertiary institutions, full-time students, year 3 and above. I've also been asked whether my PhD students are going to be involved. Yes, this program is open to master's and PhD students alike. Your venture, your businesses must be CAC registered, and the project in which you're seeking the grant must fall within the realms of STEM: science, technology, engineering, mathematics, and medical sciences. As we are seeing today, a student possesses the hunger, passion, and boldness to rise to the challenge. They have waited for opportunities like this, and today we're proud to deliver this opportunity to you. Another renewed agenda in action. Thank you, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, for your belief in you. Every business solution will be thoroughly evaluated, and application and applicants will receive feedback to help refine and strengthen their ideas for subsequent cycle. And as you can see on the dashboard that was created, that was presented earlier, we've had almost 16,000 visits to the site. 16,000 people have visited the site within 10 days of the portal being open. We have about 1,000 applications that have been submitted. We have over 400 institutions registered already, 300 are public tertiary institutions, and 56 of them are private tertiary institutions. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, more importantly, this program will accelerate research, commercialization, and development of intellectual property, IP. Not every idea will become a startup, but it is a sincere hope some will evolve into patents and licensable technologies with potential for significant local and global. Today, you have if you go to some of the Western world, some people just build IP. These IPs are worth billions of dollars. So that's what we also want to replicate in a Nigerian student, in a Nigerian youth, to begin to open up opportunities globally that already exist for your contemporaries all around the world. Applications will be processed through a dedicated digital portal. Shortlisted teams will pitch before a 12-man panel comprising representatives of Research, Innovation and Commercialization Committee, the Bank of Industry, Venture Capital, and professionals. The application portal opened on the 17th of November and will close on the 23rd of January 2026. Following the closure, we'll begin immediately the evaluation of potential winners. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the Student Venture Capital Grant is just not a funding, it's a mindset shift. It complements academic learning with courage to build, experiment, collaborate, and think big. We know your parents will say they're sending you to this tertiary institution to learn. But today, the world has changed. We just don't want you to learn. We want you to think big. We want you to innovate and be the next Elon Musk. Through this program, we expect to see stronger innovation culture, deeper curiosity and ambition, our impact solution for Nigeria and the world. By empowering our students to pursue the next moonshot, we're building a sustainable innovation ecosystem within our tertiary institutions, one that is resilient, competitive, and globally relevant. The Student Venture Capital Grant is another renewed hope in action. Tangible evidence that this administration, under the leadership of the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, listens to the aspirations of our young people and is committed to equipping them to shape the future of our nation, and not just our nation alone, to shape the future of the world. I believe the President deserves another round of applause. To all eligible students across our universities, polytechnics, and colleges of education, I urge you to begin your application immediately. The competition is intense, and the only very best will emerge, so bring up your A game, A+ game. This could be the start of your journey to becoming the next Jobberman, Flutterwave, Ilium Health, Relief or Childbirth. Just a limit, as one of our researchers is the beginning of the limit. Let us seize this moment for our personal development, for the advancement of our institutions, and for the future of our nation. As I was said earlier on, this grant is not for research. It's for you to scale up and commercialize what you've invented, what you've innovated. I was very impressed to see the diversity of initial applicants from tech platform to medical sciences. And I'll tell you the reason why this incident came into my own mind. I was at a tech conference a few years ago, and I saw it was for startup in Morocco, in Marrakesh. There are many Nigerian youths there. They had several products on display, and I walked through their stand, and I asked them, what are the next steps? They just looked at me and said, there's no next step. And I, what's the problem? No funding. And there's one particular product that piqued my interest. They had developed a diaper for people that had
incontinence, people that have incontinence, in such a way that when an elderly person puts on that diaper and he starts to pee on that diaper, at the touch of the first drop of urine, there's a sensor that will go to the and there's a sensor that will ring and you start beeping. No, you need to stop, wake up and go pee. Amazing product. Developed by somebody from a student of Ahmadu Bello University in Kaduna. And I said, how much will it take you to commercialize this? He said, if I have $25, I can start producing this. But then, $25 student from being a possible because that product had never been produced. Those are the kind of opportunities that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is giving Nigerian youth today. Please seize on this opportunity. The world is your market. We will support you, give you all the necessary support for you to excel. That's what this President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has mandated us to do. And we continue we will not stop and rest until we get that accomplished. Congratulations, Nigerian students. Another good day for Nigeria. Another good day for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Now, we now digitally unveil the Student Venture Capital portal. Can we have it on display? So today, myself, only Mr. Please come. We have to launch together. Mr. Please come. Please. Yeah, sorry, thank you. Please. Today, we collectively unveil the Student Venture. 1, 3, 2, 1. Thank you. Merci.
Thank you very much, sir. Another round of applause for him. You can feel the passion in him. You can feel the excitement. You can feel the joy. Do we have Nigerian students here? Yes. Please let's stand up and give to the President and to the Ministers of Education American Kozar. Are we there? So let's go, American Kozar. We shall stand. We shall
Tuned to Arise News, that was the official launch of the Student Venture Capital Grant by the Minister of Education, outlining government support for student-led innovation and enterprise across Nigeria's higher institutions.